In five, four, three, two, one, action.
And here's your host, Ellen DeGeneres. Woo!
So today's Wednesday, and Wednesday's my third favorite day of the week. And you know what my third favorite thing to do is? Dance! So today's topic is about women in media. And I'm a woman, and I'm in media, so it must be pretty important. So today on the show, 6 women are coming in, and they are role models for young girls, and some of them are more positive than others, so we'll let you decide which is which. Our first guest on the show is the CEO of Mattel, the company that created the Barbie doll.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my...
So how are you? How's the company?
Oh, so good, thank you.
Really? How's Barbie doing?
She's great. Girls love her.
Sure they do. Do you think your company is a good role model for young girls?
I think we are because Barbie gives so many goals for little girls that she can be a chef or an astronaut. It's just high accomplishments.
That's true. In this article I read, however, it says that Barbie was designed by a man.
That is right.
Is that true? And this quote by Emily Prager was, "If Barbie was designed by a man, suddenly a lot of things made sense to me, things I'd wonder about for years." And this, I think, is referring to how she looks. Do you think she needs to be changed, how she looks?
Personally, I don't think she needs to be changed because girls see them differently than adults. Adults just see figure and girls see her accomplishments, so I don't think it matters.
Do you think there's a difference if it was invented by a man?
There could be a difference, it's just I don't think it matters all that much.
That's true. Thank you so much for being on the show. Having you. So our next guest on the show is the president of the American Girl Doll Company.
She told me to get seen, we're friends for all time. Mama's everything, girl. Hey, what's a shot?
Sorry. So do you think your company is a good role model for young girls?
I think so. We're extremely diverse, and there's a lot of different dolls that the girls can pick and choose from, and it's not restricted to just one doll. And all the dolls have different careers and aspirations in life.
That's so cool. I used to have one when I was a kid that looked
Oh,
just
really?
like me. Love it. Okay. Why did you decide for so much diversity in the dolls? Like, what came about that?
Well, we wanted to make sure that all the children felt like they had a doll that they could look like and they could relate to. So if one girl, for example, was African American and she only had a white doll to choose from, then she might lose a little confidence in herself. So just making sure that everyone has dolls that they want.
Love
is
it.
Good.
So tell me about some of your dolls. What are they like?
Well, one of our dolls, her name's Julie, and she runs for class president in her class, which is really influential for young girls. And she also plays on the boys basketball team because they don't have a team for girls, but she still wants to play in the game. And she really likes making changes in her community and being part of her community. And we're actually coming out with a movie for her.
And we actually have a sneak peek for everybody in the audience today. Here it goes.
Julie Albright is a fun-loving girl from San Francisco who faces big change in the 1970s. She also finds ways to make change too. When Julie's parents divorce, she moves with her mother and sister to an apartment in a new neighborhood. She's homesick and misses her best friend Ivy Ling, her pet rabbit, and most of all, her dad, whom she only sees on weekends. Like a San Francisco cable car ride, Julie's new life has its share of ups and downs.
What I love about Julie most...
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, so as you can tell, we not only focus on the girls' aspirations, but we also talk about topics that might be a little difficult for children to understand. So it gives them a better understanding of what could be going on in their life.
That's great. And what kind of lessons do you think they teach?
They show girls that no matter if you're a girl or a boy, you can have as many dreams as you want and you can become anything you want to be. As long as you put in the hard work to do so, you can do whatever you want.
Love it. Thank you so much for being on the
Thank
show
you.
today. Okay. All right, the next guest on our show is Kim Kardashian. Hey, girl. All right. Okay, so Kim, do you think you're a good role model for young girls?
I do think I am because, you know, I'm a really big figure in the media and I have a lot of girls looking up to me.
Maybe you should button your shirt. Yeah.
Anyways, I was able to create my own empire and I'm pretty successful in the media, so I think I'm a good image for girls to look up to.
So how do you think your image affects young girls? Because like in the media, it's a little bit sexual and promiscuous and out there. So
Yeah, well, I don't really view it as being sexual. I think I'm just confident in my body and I want to show people that you don't have to be stick thin to be, you know, successful and to be viewed as pretty. Like, you don't have to be model thin.
okay, I get that. What have you done to inspire young girls?
Well, like I said earlier, I was able to build this whole empire off of a rather negative point in my life, and I kind of flipped it around and made it beneficial for me. And, you know, the whole thing going on with Caitlyn, I think it's showing acceptance for transgender people, and it's showing the reality of what that can be like.
Wow, well thank you for being on the show. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it. So our next guest is Selena Gomez. So Selena, how have you been?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great. How's your new album doing?
Oh, so good. I think it's
Really?
really popular.
Oh, I know it is. I have it. So, do you think you're a good role model for young girls?
I do. In my album Revival, I try to help girls be more confident in themselves and their decisions and not be let down by everyone in the world.
Like the song Kill 'Em With Kindness?
Exactly.
Love that one. Okay, how does your music help girls? You kind of just said this, but...
Well, I try to focus it more on their personal lives and not necessarily the guy. Not how to get the guy, but how to follow your own path, kind of. It's kind
Too
of...
much of that. Too
Yes,
much of the guys.
exactly. It's like a piece of advice for all my fans.
So how do you stay like a strong, great role model in midst of all the media, the criticism, the hate?
Well, it's obviously kind of a cliche answer, but I use my critics to strive my motivation. I use some of the hate that I've gotten in the past years to kind of help me write my music.
Haters are our motivators, girl. Thank you for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
So much hugging. Okay, so now we have Ariel coming.
Under the sea, darling,
Hi.
it's better down where it's wet and take it from me. Up on the shore.
Uh-oh, she should have been lifted in. Tell you. Hold on, Ariel, I got you. I'm coming. Ellen to the
Thank you.
rescue. Here, just rest your tail right up here.
You're so lovely.
Thanks. Your hair looks beautiful. Okay. So, do you believe you're a good role model for young girls?
I do. You know, a lot of children watch my movie and they really enjoy it, so I think it's a really intricate way for me to express to young children that all of your goals can be achievable, even if they're the most bizarre things you think of. Like, you can always believe in yourself.
How do you think the message of your movie affects young girls like you? Because from this quote that I found, it says, Ariel literally trades in her voice for the chance a man she's never met will love her in return. How do you think that affects young girls with them wanting to be their own savior?
Well, I don't think that the young girls view it more as that. It's just that Ariel's dream was, you know, find a boy and fall in love, so it's just a way that she did whatever she wanted to do to follow her dreams.
Okay. And why did you let a man fix you instead of relying on yourself?
I wouldn't say it was relying on him. I just believed that it's what I wanted to do to follow my dreams, and I wasn't let gonna let anything stop me from doing that. So it wasn't like he was trying to fix me, you know, he was always there for me. Even when I lost my voice, he still loved me. So it's not that I was relying on him, it's just he was part of my life that I wanted to live.
Gotcha. Thank you for being here.
You're
I'll
welcome.
help you walk out. Waddle out. Her butt is out. So our last guest tonight is Tiana.
Time to mount, now cross the river and I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Okay, so do you think you're a good role model for young girls?
I do. I think my story really focuses on my business, my restaurant, more than the guy itself. The guy kind of comes
Love
in
that. Yep.
at the end, but throughout it's more about how I want to open my own restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And that relates to the quote that I found that says, "A culture that teaches women that their worth is as much about their beauty as it is about their smarts." And that's just talking about how our culture is completely messed up and it doesn't talk about people's smarts. It's all about their beauty. And I like that you have your own business because it shows that you're like smart and you know what you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. How do you think the message of your movie affects young girls?
Well, I think it says to girls like, hey, I can do this too. Because it's not just about, oh, I need to go get this guy, I need to wear this. It's more of, oh, I have initiative. I can take this and make it my own thing. And I think it leads to more confidence. in
That's
girls.
awesome. All right, lastly, if you had one piece of advice you could give to struggling young girls like you were, what would it be?
I say to stay on your own path and don't get distracted by other people telling you what to do. Focus on you first.
Love it. Thank you so
Thank
much. So I just wanted to take a minute to thank all my guests tonight: Tiana, Ariel, Kim K, Selena, the American Girl Doll president, and the CEO of Mattel. You guys were all great. I just wanted to end the show on a positive note with this quote from Gender Roles in Media by Alison Latang. Gender roles as an example exist solely because society as a whole chooses to accept them, but they are perpetrated by the media. This just means that gender roles exist because people make them, and then the media just makes it even worse. So I think that the media, with the positive role models I had, can help us make the media better and make the media less solely focused on man's roles and have some women in there doing other things too. Thank you, and remember to be kind to one another.